still the former things will pass away, and a new life beginning when we gather on Zion's hill. Words alone cannot express all the joy and happiness, all our hopes and dreams at last He'll fulfill. Heaven's choir will start to sing a song that's worthy of the King when we gather on Zion's hill. Now there are times we are faced with the death of a loved one, and we struggle with saying goodbye. But just as sure as they have gone, someday we will follow to heaven's home, sweet Zion's hill on high. Words alone cannot express all the joy and happiness, all our hopes and dreams at last He'll fulfill. Heaven's choir will start to sing a song that's worthy of the King when we gather on Zion's hill. Heaven's choir will start to sing a song that's worthy of the King when we gather on Zion's hill. When we gather on Zion's hill. For a long time I traveled down a long, lonely road. My heart was so heavy, sin I sank low. Then I heard about Jesus. What a wonderful hour. I'm so glad that I found out that He would bring me out through His saving power. Thank God I am free, free, free from this world of sin. Washed in the blood of Jesus, I've been born again. Hallelujah, I'm saved, saved, saved by His wonderful grace. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out and show me the way. Like a bird out of prison that's taken taken his flight. Like a blind man that God gave back his sight. Like the poor wretched beggar that's found fortune and fame. I'm so glad that I found out he would bring me out through his holy name. Thank God I am free, free, free from this world of sin. Washed in the blood of Jesus, I've been born again. Hallelujah, I'm saved, saved, saved by his wonderful grace. I'm so glad that I found out he would bring me out and show me the way. Thank God I am free.
Hey folks, we're glad to be here tonight on this Tuesday night right here in Sweetwater, Tennessee. We're glad to be here, and as we tell you every night, this is a faith broadcast sponsored by you, the listener. You're the one that keeps this program going by your gifts and your love offerings that you send in here from time to time. And folks, we do need your support, and we need more support than whatever we have before. We really need your help and your support. So would you consider helping us to stay out here playing these great Southern gospel songs on the internet system? And we're glad to be here, and we appreciate doing it. But folks, we do have to have your help. So if you'd like to be a partner in this and help us to stay on this and keep doing it, send your donations and gifts to Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. Here's our address again. Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. And your gifts and your offerings is what keeps us here. And somebody said, well, it don't cost you nothing to do that. No, it don't. It's real cheap, folks. It just costs us about $600 for the camera you watching it on, $500 or $600 for each computer we have to have, and $400, maybe more than that, for a soundboard. And no, it's real cheap. It's donated to you, but they don't do that really. But folks, we do have to have your help. Anything that you do, you got to have help, and you have to have people that'll help you. God, that's the way God set it up, and that's God's plan. And there's no other plan that will take the place of God. So consider helping us. Then if you out there on Facebook, we got a GoFund set up. That GoFund, I've had several to tell me that's a lot easier. And them having to get out. Some of them said they got to get out and go to the post office and mail it. And said a lot of times it's rainy and things like that. And just different things, that hinder them from going. And especially when they're elderly and they like to help us. So they said that GoFund makes it a little easier for them. Then also the Gospel Hearts has got a fundraiser going on, and that's for the benefit of helping this program, to help us stay here and keep sharing this great news. And Linda, you want to tell what they're offering there on their fundraiser?
For a donation of $10 or more, they will send you a CD, a DVD, a necklace, an earring set, and a ring.
And folks, that right there is a good offer. And that, what they're trying to do is raise support and finances to keep us on the internet system. And by the way, the Gospel Hearts will be our guest here about 8:30 tonight on the program. So we're expecting to hear from them. And also Friday night, we got Rick Rohr of Blood Bought. He'll be our guest on the program this Friday night. We done got a poster made up. It's on my page, and it'll be on some other pages very soon. We're going to start the program out night with Roger Horn singing one of his songs he wrote. Every song that Roger sings, he wrote the song. And we opened the program up for him singing on Zion's Hill. He wrote that. He wrote way over 700 songs for the Statesman Quartet, for Jerry Golf, the Singing Golf, and a whole huge of people has recorded his songs. Here we go with Roger Horn now.
The waters are smooth, sailing seems so easy, but things haven't always been this way. For I have seen the billows roar, bringing storm clouds to my soul, but Jesus has always been my stay. I'm sailing away on the old ship of Zion, sailing to that homeland of the soul. Friends and loved ones are waiting to welcome me yonder. I'm sailing to my heavenly home. Now I cannot complain, for my trip has been a good one, but I know that I must be nearing that shore, for I can almost see the lights from my mansion, oh so bright, and Jesus is standing at the door. I'm sailing away on the
folks. Let's go fishing, as Michael Combs says.
When the angry winds are blowing and the storm is all around, how sweet it is in knowing that a refuge I have found. I stand upon the blessed holy rock of ages and sing, within His shelter I will be. The winds may blow and the angry storm all around me rages upon the rock of ages I shall stand.
Hit that sherbet, folks. Start them watch parties. Whatever it takes to go fishing and catch the fish.
Will defend. I'm trusting in His favor, all His promises I depend. I stand upon the blessed holy rock of ages and sing, within His shelter I will be. The winds may blow and the angry storm all around me rages upon the rock of ages I shall stand. Will I stand upon the blessed holy rock of ages and sing, within His shelter I will be. The winds may blow and the angry storm all around me rages upon the rock of ages I shall stand. Will I stand upon the blessed holy rock of ages and sing, within His shelter I will be. The winds may blow and the angry storm all around me rages upon the rock of ages I shall stand. Upon the rock of ages I shall stand.
Here's Ray Walliford, and he'll be here in less than 2 weeks on this program live with the Cobra.
The lightning I see, could that be Him coming? The sound of
He'll
the
be here in less than
thunder,
2 weeks live with the
could that
Cobra.
be the call? That day of redemption is drawing near. Soon the sky will open and our Lord shall appear. Could that be Him coming? Just like He promised to gather His children and take them away. On the clouds of glory, we'll be leaving for that family reunion. It's homecoming day. So many loved ones, they've gone on before us. They're patiently waiting by the crystal sea. The trumpet has sounded, heaven's gates are open, our eyes shall behold Him, His face we shall see. Could that be Him coming? Just like He promised to gather His children and take them away. On the clouds of glory, with family and friends, day after day, but I can't stay here. Soon I'll be gone. I just stopped by on my way home. I just stopped by on my way home. I just passing through. I can't stay here long, for I must go meet my Jesus all around God's throne. I just stopped by on my way home.
My heart is set on that heavenly shore.
Sing it, Jim.
This stayed on Jesus, my Lord. Well, it seems like
Singing in heaven
a
now.
heavenly song. I just stopped by on my way home.
You're the Wonder Mountain Boys.
There's a lighthouse on the hillside that overlooks life's sea. When I'm tossed, it sends a light that I might see, and the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead me home. If it was not for that lighthouse, my ship would sail no more. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him, for Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rods of sin He has shone the light around me, that I can clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? And everybody that lives around us said, tear that lighthouse down. Those big ships, they don't sail here anymore, and there's no need in standing round. Then my mind goes back to that stormy night when just in time
up there on the hill. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him, for Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shone the light around me, that I can clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be?
Hello, friends. This is Gary O'Neill of the Wanda Mountain Boys, and you're listening to one of my favorite combinations, Southern Gospel Music and my friend Alan Presley, right here on the WOTG Radio Network. If you've enjoyed our music and would like to have more information about the Wanda Mountain Boys, make sure to go to our website at www.wandamountainboys.com. There you can read all about our group, see where we're going to be performing, and if you like the music, you can pick up a copy of it there. Make sure to continue to support Alan Presley Promotions and this great gospel music. Let's keep it alive. Thank you for listening.
Here's Booger Swamp and all the boys.
He stood on the banks down by the river, and he said, "Oh John, won't you baptize me?" John said, "My Lord, you are mistaken. You should be the one baptizing me." He climbed upon the tall old mountain. For 40 days he talked to thee, and there he was tempted by old Satan, the Son of God, he surely be. The Son of God, he came to save us, to pay the price on Calvary. The Holy Spirit now lives within us. The blood is shed, baptizes me. He gave his love, he gave his mercy. He paid the price for you and me. For up on that cross, his life was given. He shed his blood to set us free. The Son of God came to save us, to pay the price on Calvary. The Holy Spirit now lives within us. The blood is shed, baptizes me. The blood is shed, baptizes me.
Here's Michael Combs coming up.
Y'all ready for this? Let's go. Time to reel 'em in, oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I go fishing, I'm a fishing for souls. Going fishing.
Going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
Going fishing, y'all.
Going fishing.
Yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
There ain't nothing like the feeling of a real one in. When I go fishing, I'm fishing for men. Going fishing.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
I'm going fishing. Yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
When I go fishing, I usually go at night. And I can tell if they're gonna bite. Young or old, big or small. When I go fishing, I'm after them all. Going fishing.
Going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
Going fishing, y'all.
Going fishing.
Yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
There ain't nothing like the feeling of the feeling one in. But when I go fishing, I'm fishing for men. And with
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
even little children, yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
Somebody asked me, how many have you caught? I said, you know, I've never given it much thought. To tell you the truth, I ain't never really counted. But I've caught some I'd love to have found. Going fishing.
Going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
Going fishing. Fishing for me.
Going fishing, y'all.
Going fishing.
Yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me. Going fishing.
I'm going fishing.
Going fishing. Fishing for me. Going fishing. Going fishing. Fishing for me.
I'm going fishing. Going fishing, y'all.
Fishing. Fishing for me.
Going fishing. Yeah, I go.
Going fishing. Fishing for me. Going fishing. Going fishing. Fishing for me. Going fishing.
That's what we're doing here tonight on this program. We are fishing, and we're going fishing for men, just like Michael Combs says, and Jesus said, to follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men. But to be fishers of men, you have to follow Jesus right in his footsteps. We're glad to have the Harts on the line, and we're going to put them on here, and we're going to be talking to them, okay? Let's put them on now. Hello, who we got out there?
Well, Alan, you got Hank with the Gospel Heart. How you doing this fine day?
Hey, we're doing just fine. How you doing?
Oh, man, we're doing okay. It's nice weather down here.
We had a nice day down here finally after it cleared off and quit raining and the sun come out and it got nice and warm. But somebody said they like to got blowed away last night down through here, but I didn't know nothing about it. I was sleeping up a storm.
Yeah, that was me. I didn't hear a thing up here, but down here in Louisville, Kentucky. But I heard that they had it pretty bad in Nashville.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Some of the pictures showed that we seen that they got tore up pretty good, down in there.
But they lost more people in Putnam County. They last count they had 9 in Putnam County that lost their lives, but it's probably went up since then.
Yeah.
Well, Hank, I don't know what God is thinking, but God controls the storms, and He's got control of the storms. Our whole world has got so wicked and not living right for God. Hey, He may send a few storms across this country that the people better be getting ready, 'cause they can't outsmart that great God.
Amen. You got that right. Man, I tell you what, this world better wake up and start getting right here, 'cause time's getting mighty short. Mighty short.
That's right.
Can I read this right fast?
Linda wants to read something right fast. Stand by here.
Okay.
Okay, Molly Dodson. She watches the program every night. And she lives up in Johnson City.
Yeah.
Her daughter and son-in-law lives in Cookville, and the tornado got their house.
Oh no.
And they both went to the hospital. Molly's daughter has a broken nose and she hurt her back, but her husband was hurt pretty bad. He had a head injury and was bleeding from the brain, and had broken ribs, broken arm, and broken foot. They flew him to Vanderbilt and did surgery on his brain and put tubes in his brain to drain it so it wouldn't swell up so. She asked that we remember them in prayer too. And she hasn't been good. Molly hasn't been good today since she heard about this. So pray for her daughter and son-in-law.
Oh, definitely. We definitely will.
And she listens to her program every night, Sister Molly does.
Wow. Yeah. I hate to hear that. That's not good. Well, we just gotta remember him in prayer too when we do that. Brother Allen, Lord. Molly's daughter and son-in-law. Yes, y'all. You want to go in prayer right now, or you want to wait a while there?
We'll wait just a few minutes and we'll talk to you, then we'll have that prayer.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Okay. Hey, Brother Hank, how long you guys been singing?
Oh, Lord. Tell him you sung with the Samaritans. I sung with the Samaritans for like 21 years. Then me and my wife, my brother sung for 5. Then me and my wife been singing together now for 8 years by ourselves now. So we've been doing good. We've been seeing souls saved. That's what it's all about.
Well, Hank, you're not that old, are you?
Well, 66. I'll be 67 come April. The good Lord's blessing me. Hang around a little longer.
Hey, you about 7 years behind me, and
Uh-oh. Tell him I got a question. Oh, Lorraine's got a question for you. Hold on just a second.
okay.
I talked with somebody, well, they text me today on the computer. They're wanting me to ask you, his name was Crazy Number 1, wanted me to ask you how you got your name to be Crazy Number 2.
'Cause Crazy Number 1 named him that.
That's what he asked me to ask him. Crazy Number 1 asked me to ask Alan how he got his name Crazy Number 2.
Why, sister? That's a big thing going down in this area now. I got a family doctor. She gets about half ticked off over it. She says she wants that Crazy Number 1, that she's going to take it away from Crazy Number 1. And Crazy Number 1 said, no, she's not taking that away. Said, nobody can top me. Well, man,
He said he was going to be on tonight.
did you say he was going to be on?
Yeah, he said he was going to be watching tonight.
Did you see him on there yet?
No,
Lynn?
he's not on yet.
Why you
But he
can't?
said
You can't
he
tell.
said he was going to be watching tonight.
You can't tell about him. Says he is Crazy Number 1.
Well, here's Hank.
Oh, boy. We have a good time tonight, aren't we?
Anybody that would go into a restaurant and
Listen to this, Hank, and this is fun. Everybody, we're here to have a good time and fellowship. And listen what Linda's going to tell you, Hank.
anybody that would go in a restaurant and just fall down on the floor and put his hand on his heart like he's having a heart attack and then gets up and laughs about it, they have to be Crazy Number 1.
Yeah.
And he done that in a restaurant.
Ooh, I bet that scared everybody around there, didn't it?
Yeah, and that's crazy number one for you.
That's crazy number one, yeah. You got that right. They might do that. They probably got to be.
Yeah.
Oh, praise the Lord, I tell you.
Hey,
We're
how?
getting around and laugh a lot. You know, Christians got to laugh. That's what we're supposed to laugh, because God put that love in our hearts. You know what?
Yeah.
That's all time, man.
Well, how did you guys come up with the name Gospel Hearts?
My better half, Lorraine, she's the one to come up with that. I don't know how she got that, but she come up with it, and we just kept it with us all the time now.
Then, boy, and you all have recorded several CDs too, right?
Yeah, we got two. We're getting ready to work on.
We're working on. We're going. Telling.
We're going to work on number 3 here.
Next week sometime. We'll do our third and fourth one.
Yeah, we're going to do our 3rd and 4th next week sometime at the studio. So, yes, we were enjoying it, love doing it. We love to see souls saved and get out there and have a good time with the Lord. That's what it's all about. It's all about Him. You know, it's not about us. It's Him. Give Him that, lift up His name. That's what it's all about.
If somebody wanted to purchase one of your CDs or get one of them or contact you all to come and sing for them, how would they do that?
Well, they can contact us at Gospel Hearts Music at twc.com, or they can call us at 502-712-0203 to get to make an appointment, or Facebook. In the CDs are $15. And when you get one, you get a DVD of the National Quartet Convention and an 8-pin with a small flashlight in there. How about that?
Man, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
And tell these people how you need to tell them. Well, you told them how they can get a hold of you, but and stuff like that. And how far will you guys go out and sing? I mean, you know, do you have a radius, or how far do you go?
We'll go anywhere as long as my horse takes me.
As long as what your horse takes you.
Yeah, my van. Yeah, as long as he keeps it rolling, I'll keep it rolling.
Well, that's a pretty good deal, Hank.
Yes, we'll come. Matter of fact, I was going to tell you, we're going to try to come down and see you this summer. I knew we were supposed to last year, but we're going to definitely get down there and get to see you guys face to face.
Well,
That'll be
yeah,
good.
well, that's good. When you think that might happen?
Sometime around June, somewhere like that, if it's okay.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay all the way.
Sounds good.
And you live right up there in Louisville, Kentucky, right?
Yes, we live right there in Louisville, Kentucky, right there by the river. The river comes through there, and we're not too far from Lexington. We the Kentucky Wildcats, so.
Yeah, you live right across. You go right across the river. You over what they call that, the Hoosier State or something.
Yeah, in Indiana, the Hoosiers. Yes, you got that right. Don't take about 30 minutes to get there and go across the river. Yes, my sister lives over there. It's over in Jeffersonville.
Oh, she lives over in that other state, man. But you right there on the line.
Yeah, we just ain't too far from the line there.
Yeah, if you don't like way Kentucky does, you just slip over in Indiana.
Yeah, I can't wear my Kentucky shirt because if I do, they'll kidnap me.
You better not wear that Kentucky shirt. I had my Tennessee shirt on the other night.
Uh-oh, there you go. Yeah, well, they're supposed to be playing tonight, too, I believe.
But I also got an Alabama shirt, too, buddy.
Uh-oh. Really excited David got saved. We're really excited about that. David getting saved. I think it was David. I think David got saved or somebody got saved on your program.
John Davis.
John Davis did.
John Davis, that's it. Yes, man, I tell you what, I am tickled thinking about that, man.
That's worth every song we played. That's worth every program that we've done in the over 3 years now. It's worth every one of them.
Yes, you know that's right, brother. It is. That's what it does. We go out and sing, and if we see somebody come down to get saved, man, it was worth the whole trip. Yes.
You know, I'm no guy that tries to rip nobody off. I never have done that, but I'm going to tell you something, Hank. I love ripping the devil off, and when we see somebody get saved, we just ripped him off.
Boy, you know that's right. Give him a black eye.
That's right.
You know that's right.
Yeah. And Hank, just you and your wife is sings, don't it?
Yeah, just us two now. We got somebody else wanting to try out, do this, make us a trio, but we're going to try out next week. Yeah, we're going to try him out and see what happens.
Okay. Do you all play instruments, or do you, is it other group people doing it?
Well, we play with soundtracks, but I do play the drums and the bass guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do that. I play with my bass guitar at the church where I go.
Well, you know, I can play about anything.
I saw that a while ago.
I can play the piano, I can play the banjo, I can play the bass fiddle, all that stuff. Hey, I was doing that here a few years ago, and this group hired me to play their instruments.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hank,
Uh-huh.
I never did get to play. They must have fired me before they let me try out.
I heard that, dude.
No way. That's why they call me Crazy Number 2, I guess.
Well, at least you can play the instruments. That's good. I'm good to hear that.
Yeah, I played them instruments. This group went out and hired me to play their music, and lo and behold, I never did get to play for them.
I heard that. I heard that.
And in fact, I never did get the first check from them.
They didn't give you a check yet, have they?
Yeah, of course I wasn't gonna be doing it for that, but
That's not right.
but I got fired, I guess, before they called after they hired me. They didn't even call to ask me to come and try out or nothing.
Yeah, they fired you before you got started, didn't they?
Yeah.
I heard that it is. Oh, Lordy.
I did one time learn. I think my cousin showed me. It might show me more than that, but she's dead now. But she plays. She's a good piano player, and I did learn how to take one finger and play Each Day I Do. You know that song, A Beautiful Life.
Yeah.
I play Each Day I Do, and that was all I ever learned to play.
Oh, okay.
But Hank, tell these people one more time how they can get you guys to come and sing for them.
Just get on there and go Gospel Hart Music at twc.com, or they can call us at 502-712-0203, and that's my cell phone, and I can get that, and I can get their find out where they want us to come, and we'd be glad to come.
Amen. And Brother Hank, I want to ask you a question. Some people can answer this, and some can't.
Okay.
I don't ask everybody, but I've asked several of them this. And one night I asked Ray Reese of the Kingsman Quartet, and I had him on here. And I had it in my mind what he might say, but I wasn't sure. Well, when I asked him, he did come back and told me one time he was singing in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and it was just like a revival that broke out that night. And I done already heard a little bit because I heard a recording of it before. And I play it sometimes on this program. Well, I hit that on the nail head. He mentioned that the same night I had him on here. Now I'm going to ask you and Lorraine both, and all the places you sung over the years, are there any, if you can't answer, that's fine, are there any one place that you've been to that stands out to you above the others?
Yeah, there's when the
Yeah.
That's, what church is that?
I can't remember. We go to many churches. Matter of fact, you said singing down at Chaganoo. We went down there and sung a couple of years ago down there to that convention down there at Chaganoo. But yeah, that's where you see them getting excited and they started crying and things, and you know you've done good because the Holy Spirit has done moved in and having church.
Amen. That's right. So you were down in Choo Choo Town, huh?
Yeah, we was there about 3 or 4 years ago, and we sung down there. No, it's not longer. It was a little longer than that, because that's when I was with the Samaritans. We drove that big bus down there, parked it in that convention center, and yes, we did good down there. We enjoyed that. That was good singing down there.
That was before you ever knowed me or I knowed you.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I am so glad that we got to be friends, and you and Linda is doing a super good job.
And Hank, we're gonna play some songs you guys here in a few minutes. But Hank, does Lorraine want to say anything?
Want to say anything? Yeah, she might hear. Hold on, just God bless them, and she said to tell you that God blessed you, and she loves everybody. Everybody that comes on the program, you have a good program there.
And I hope we meet all of our goals.
Yeah, we hope we meet all of our
fundraisers.
Yes, she said she hopes we meet all the fundraisers that we're getting going here, and that's what everybody needs to do is to get there. We're giving CD and DVD and necklace and earring set and a ring to go with that. If you just donate $10 or more, we'll send that right to you.
Well, that's great, Hank.
Yes, we want them to join in so we can get
Tell Susan we sent hers off today.
Yeah, tell Susan that we done set hers off today.
Well, that's great. And that DVD, is that you and Lorraine singing?
No,
That's
of the National Quartet Convention. I got those.
That's bits and pieces of the National Quartet.
It's bits and pieces of that. When we was down there at the Quartet Convention, I got some of those DVDs, and Les Beasley sent me those, and Clark Beasley, his son, and we got a bunch of them, and we just put them in there with the CD, and don't charge them for the DVD and all. We just put it in there with the package there.
Well, that's great. Hey, brother Hank, that is right.
Susan.
Up to a few years ago, the National Quartet Convention was right there in Louisville, Kentucky. You probably went a lot.
Yes, I did. I set up my booth there at the Quartet Convention. I got me 2 of them. I made one big booth there, and we was down there with everybody down there. We sung on the showcase down there, and we had a good time. I wish they would come on back.
Well, that's great. Well, me and Linda's been the last 2 years, and we didn't stay for all that. We went in the daytime because we had to get back at night. We was doing this program, but we was there a couple of days the last 2 years, and before that, it's been several years ago. I went to one when it was in Nashville, Tennessee.
I heard that they was there.
Yeah, and that night James Blackwood sung "I'll Meet You in the Morning." That was several years ago. He had about 10,000 people standing straight on the floor, every one of them. And I've never, even to this day, heard nobody sing that song the way he sung it that night.
Oh, you know that's right. The Lord was blessing him big time.
Yeah. And Brother Hank, what song? We're going to play some songs with you guys. Which ones would you like for us to play tonight?
I got it right here. Let's see. Look for me, if you would. That'd be great. And then I'm so glad he found me.
Okay.
And then do the last one there. Send your best angel for Mama.
Okay, we'll do that. But we want you to have prayer too.
What was the second one?
What was the second one she said?
The second one is I'm so glad you found me.
I'm so glad you found me.
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, we'll get them. But we want you to have prayer, Brother Hank.
I sure do, brother.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, oh yeah, we had a call from Tom Moore today where he sent me word that him and Lori, his wife, both of them has got the flu and it was bad.
Oh,
And there's a lot out there that I can't remember them all, but God knows them.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, but I do remember Tom because he got a hold of me.
We don't have that one song.
Which one? So glad he found me.
I'm so glad he found me.
It's on number 8. I think it's 8. Number 6. Number 6. It's on Going Home, on the Going Home CD. Yeah, on the Going Home CD is one with Jesus' picture on the front.
Well, see, in the DJ list, it don't give them by 1, 2, 3. It just gives them by the
Oh,
title.
that's okay. We can just do those two. That'd be fine. Or you pick one out. See those clouds?
See those clouds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that one.
Okay, so you can do that one in. That'd be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you want me? I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
now.
go ahead and lead us in prayer.
Dear most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord God, that you've made. We pray, Lord, that you would watch over those folks, Lord God, in Nashville, Tennessee, and the ones that lost their life. Lord, I pray, Jesus, to comfort their families and touch those, Lord God, and bless them, Lord. And touch Tom Moore, Lord, and his wife, Lord God. Jesus, put your healing hand on them. And touch Miss Molly and her daughter, Lord God, and son-in-law. That you just touch them and touch his head, Lord God, from the head all the way to the soles of his feet, Lord God. Put that healing hand on them, Lord God, and touch the other ones, Lord God. You know who they are, and the ones that are sick in hospitals and nursing home, Lord. Just touch them, Lord, and lift them up, Lord God, in the name of Jesus, Lord. And also touch Brother Allen and Linda, Lord God, as you just keep blessing them. That folks will start donating to their cause, Lord God, to keep them on Facebook, Lord God. I'm so glad I got to see them, Lord God, on Facebook, and I wouldn't take another time for them, Lord God. They're so good people, and they're doing the work for you, Lord God, and we just want you to bless them so abundantly, Lord God, in the wonderful name we ask it in your Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Hey, Brother Hank, you're Lorraine. Is anybody out there you want to tell hello to tonight?
Well, if anybody you want to say hello to, I don't know if Ronnie is listening or not. Is he on there? We'll just say hello to all my friends. All of our friends that's on there on Facebook. We just want to give you a big old shout out and say we love you all and just keep up the good work and we're gonna be glad to see all y'all one of these days.
Thank you, Brother Hank. You and Lorraine both, and this won't be the last time we do this, okay?
Yes, sir. We'll be glad to do it again. And then, like I said, we're going to try to make that trip down there this summer, around June sometime. And we'll get a hold of you before we come. And that way you'll be looking forward to seeing us.
Okay, we appreciate that. And we're going to get off here and listen to them Gospel Hearts sing some songs.
All righty, brother. You have a blessed night there.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The Gospel Hearts, Hank and Lorraine Hart. Now we're going to listen to them sing some. Linda, what are they singing now? Okay, it's Look For Something. That's all I can see is Look For Me. Take a listen.
walls of jasper and a golden avenue. As you behold all its beauty and its splendor, remember there's just one request I make of you. Look for me. I'd like to be there too. For I realize when you arrive, there'll be so much to do. After we've been there 10,000 years, a million, maybe two. Look for me, for I will be there too. As you go down your list of first, there's no question. You want to see your loved ones waiting there for you. And when you feel you shared your story with the last one that wants to hear you tell just how for Daddy to make sure that my mama makes it home. And when it's time for you to call my mama, would you please take special care with her? And dear Lord, would you let her die easy? She has suffered so much here on this earth. I know she'll be a perfect angel. She has been a perfect mama to me. And when it's time for me to come and join them, Lord, just send the same angel for me. Would you please send your best angel for my mama? I don't want her to make this journey all alone. Would you send the same one you sent for Daddy to make sure that my mama makes it home? To make sure that my mama makes it home.
We'll get one more here of a gospel heart.
If you don't want to miss the Lord's appearing on that morning when the dead in Christ shall rise, then make your preparations, secure your soul's salvation, and keep your eyes upon the eastern skies. See those clouds, they're the ones he's coming back in from the east when Christ returns to earth again. See those clouds, they're the ones who join the saints in on that morning when eternity begins. In the twinkling of an eye it will be over. Then, my friend, it'll be too late to pray. Be sure your time is nearing, the hour of his appearing, when the bridegroom comes to take his bride away. See those clouds, they're the ones he's coming back in from the east when Christ returns to earth again. See those clouds, they're the ones who join the saints in
Friday night as a guest is Rick Rohr, a blood-bought group of singers, and he's a real good person and a great singer. And he even got his grandkids that sang to the Disney sisters. And man, they're great too. But anyway, the next guy coming up to sing is a person that I've learned to love a whole lot. I never have met him personally, but I sure seen him a lot of times. And that's Danny Funderburk. And I'm going to tell you something about Danny. He don't know, I see a lot of stuff. See, folks, I get a lot of questions and a lot of things sent to me here on Facebook and on the internet, and even emails and stuff like that. But I seen a couple of pictures of Danny Funderburk, I think today or yesterday. And Danny had took his mother out to the cemetery where his dad was buried. And Danny has even told me on the phone, I've heard him say this, about his dad and how his dad even wrote a song or two and things like that, and Danny sings it. Danny, I know what you mean when you think about your dad. You love your dad. I love my dad too. I was a pastor in Adrian, Michigan back in 1976. The last time I ever seen my dad alive, he came all the way to Michigan to visit me and my family. Was in 1975 on Christmas week. Was the last time I seen him. No, he went over time. I flew in for a revival to Crossville, Tennessee, and had a revival, and that was the last time I got to see him. He died of a massacred heart attack at age 55. I think I was 29 or 30 years old, somewhere along in that age. But there's one thing about it. My dad didn't sing. He didn't write no songs. But I can go into churches where I'd seen is where I can still see his hands where they have been. He helped build a lot of churches. He done the wiring in the churches. He done their plumbing for them. But the thing is, he didn't charge them a dime for it. Not one red cent. My dad can do all that stuff. He was a great carpenter. My whole family was contractors. My grandfather owned a big lumber company when he was living. But I can remember, I can still go into churches and see where my dad's hands have been, where he had put bathrooms in. He had done the wiring where they can have lights in those buildings. And he was a great Christian man. Danny, I know how you felt when I seen those pictures when you had your mom out to that cemetery. And Danny Funderburk, your words and your singing is a great testimony to all of us. We're going to hear Danny Funderburk sing right now. Let's take a listen.
I'll never forget, Danny, let me just touch you. I'll never forget the first time I heard this young man sing this next song. I had myself a running spell. Listen as Danny sings, I just started living.
It's a holy Satan tries to get you down, square your shoulders back and look him in the eyes and kind of tell him like this, okay? Don't you look at me funny, you old prophet of doom. You see, I might well be discouraged, and I'm feeling over, 'cause I love the Spirit. Oh, and this time ain't rally. Oh, I give up on counting, no time for doubting. I just started living. Oh, I just started living. Oh, yeah, change my direction. Let's wash away. It's a holy and feeling. Roads are getting lighter, my days are getting brighter. I just started living. Oh, I said my roads are getting lighter, my days are getting brighter. I just started living. I just started
Danny Thunderbird.
Everybody give Daddy a hand out there. Send them buttons up like crazy. Here we go. Danny Thunderbird one more time. Let's get him. This was the song his dad wrote.
He worked hard all his life, through the good times and the bad, building churches with those rough and callous hands. But the most important thing was the Bible that he read, and with that book of love, he made our house a home. He built a firm foundation on Christ, the solid rock, with walls of love that sheltered from the storm. A roof above to keep us safe, and floors of faith to run the race. With the loving wife, he made our house a home. He met a man at Calvary who changed his life eternally. The life he preached was the one he lived. He taught us kids to pray and sing, and how to trust in Jesus' name. With every prayer, he made our house a home. He built a firm foundation on Christ, the solid rock, with walls of love that sheltered from the storm. The roof above to keep us safe, and floors of faith to run the race. With the loving wife, he made our house a home. He built a firm foundation on Christ, the solid rock, with walls of love that sheltered from the storm. The roof above to keep us safe, and floors of faith to run the race. With the loving wife, he made our house a home. With the roof above to keep us safe, and floors of faith to run the race. With the loving wife, he made our house a home. And with that book of love, he made our house a home.
We got show siestas coming up next.
Glory be
Listen to this young lady.
Set me free, you gotta let it
We had her on the program a few days ago.
Why don't you go ahead and shout and get it over with? Well, you can't explain the change in you. All you know is that you feel brand new, full of hope and happiness. Go ahead and shout and get it over with. Hallelujah, glory be, praise the Lord and set me free. You gotta let it out, you can't resist. Why don't you go ahead and shout and get it over with? So go ahead and shout and get it over with. It happens every time you hear His word. Joy fills your heart till you're about to burst. Spirits never move you quite like this. Go ahead and shout and get it over with. Hallelujah, glory be, praise the Lord and set me free. You gotta let it out, you can't resist. Why don't you go ahead and shout and get it over with? Say go ahead and shout and get it over with. His endless love, it grows and grows, and it fills you up, it overflows, you gotta let it go. Hallelujah, glory be, praise the Lord and set me free. You gotta let it out, you can't resist. Why don't you go ahead and shout and get it over with? Hallelujah, glory be, praise the Lord and set me free. You gotta let it out, you can't resist. Why don't you go ahead and shout and get it over with? Say go ahead, shout and get it over with.
Here's Conrad Cook, and I guess a lot of us have heard of Conrad Cook.
Standing on holy ground, standing on holy ground, angels all around, standing all around. Sometimes I'm down, lying around, standing on holy ground, standing on holy ground.
Yeah, we are standing
On holy ground,
standing on holy ground.
on holy ground,
Angels camping all around.
all around.
Sometimes I'm down,
Sometimes I'm down,
but I'm climbing up the ladder.
standing on holy ground,
On holy ground.
on holy ground.
The king had sent for Elisha, who had gone to Dothan, I'm told. They came in the night to get him, and the city they did impose. But in the morning, Elisha saw them, said, "Fear not," and began to pray. The servant's eyes were opened. He saw chariots of fire that day. He said, "We are standing
On holy ground,
God Almighty, we're standing
on holy ground,
down on angels. They're camping all around. Sometimes I'm down, but I'm climbing up the ladder. You know that I'm standing on holy ground. I'm standing on holy ground. When Moses had come to the river, Pharaoh's army was right behind. God sent down a cloud from glory. The children they did not find. Moses raised his rod toward heaven, and the glory of the Lord came down. As the children crossed over on dry land, they were standing on holy ground. Spirit of the Lord
Standing on holy ground.
starts getting in my feet.
Standing on holy ground.
Get up in my hands.
Standing on holy ground.
Get it all over me, yes I do.
Standing on holy ground.
You know that I'm standing
On holy ground.
I'm standing on holy ground.
On holy ground.
Angels all around. Sometimes I'm down, but I'm climbing up the ladder. So that I'm standing on holy ground.
Here's Murray Burke coming up. Hit that Starbucks North on the watch party.
There's a land that is fairer than day,
Murray Burke.
and by faith we can see it flow. For the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall sing on that beautiful shore the melodious song of the blaze, and our spirits will sorrow no more. Now decided for the blessing and rest. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore.
Here's the Triumph Quartet coming up next, and they have been voted in for 12 years in a row as the most favorite quartet out there. Here they are, the Triumph Quartet.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast called me to stay. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. My sin, oh, the bliss of this glorious thought. My sin not in part
your knees and He'll save your soul from sin. Then you'll be so happy, satisfied and free. You can thank your Jesus and say that God saved me. Jesus told Nicodemus, you must be born again. I'll cleanse yourself completely and I'll free the soul from sin. Then you'll have a mansion that my Father has prepared. It will be so peaceful and so much glory there. It will be so peaceful and so much glory there.
Hey folks, I am looking for somebody that might can sing tenor, alto, and what's that one, Linda?
You need to learn that word. Soprano.
Okay, if you can sing either one of those parts, one accord trio is looking for somebody. One of them is dropping out. They all family, but one's dropping out because they want to stay at home a while, you know.
Hey, Alan.
And what, Linda?
Just say that high ladies part.
Or that high ladies part. Oh, I know
But
somebody.
it don't have to be a lady because some men can sing a high part.
I know who can do that.
Who?
Danny Thunderbird can.
Well,
Hey, but Danny sings solos now.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll look at that. And you say, Alan, you do that? Yeah, we done it once before, too. We are an unemployment office, so if you want a job singing with a group, please get a hold of me, and we'll get you in right contact with Jamie Smith. And we're going to listen to one accord sing right now, and this will be the group that you will try out for. Take a listen.
God walks the dark hills, the ways, the byways. He walks through the billows.
Presley Promotions, and we're glad to be here tonight. And like we tell you in the beginning of the broadcast, we are a faith broadcast, and that means that we depend on you, excuse me, the listeners, to keep us afloat and to help us stay on the air and playing these great gospel music, and even having interviews and having some to come here live to sing. We got the Cokers a coming about the 15th, around the 15th, and we got Ray Woolford will be with them, and we'll get a double portion that night from two different ones. Then about the 27th, we got Ordained coming here. And we had them once before, and they sung one song, and we put a poster out about it. I hadn't looked at it in quite a while. It was over 14,000 views that came up on that in probably less than a week, around a week at least. A lot of people heard that song. And that's been the highest one we've had on an individual song since Linda's been making one like that on everyone that comes here. But folks, we're glad to be here, and we appreciate the opportunity of having a program like this. And if we are to continue, keep doing it, we need more supporters. We got a few, that's supporting us, but they're not many of us. They're not many that's doing that. And if we didn't have those one or two, we would make it. And if something major went wrong, we had to repair it. We'd be sunk up a tree limb up the river without a paddle. So please help us. I appreciate like the Hart starting that fundraiser, trying to raise money to keep us on the air. And I appreciate them doing that. Anything you can do, whether it be given or whatever, we sure appreciate it. Even when you share our posters, that's a help. When you share our program, that's a help. You say you just want to do that. Yeah, I want to do it. God thought so much of Numbers, he wrote the book of Numbers. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. Everyone that listens has got an opportunity to hear the message of Jesus. And they can get saved just like John Davis did a few nights ago on this program. And that's why we're here for, to win souls to Jesus. And that's what we stand for. So if you want to be a help and help us sponsor this and help us keep it on, you can send your donations to Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. Here's that address again, Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. Then we got a GoFund set up, and there's been several donate through that. I think we like about $270, reaching our goal of $1,000. And I like to say praise God for that. That's glory to God. That helps us. And then the Hearts, Gospel Hearts, has got a fundraiser, and they say for a donation of $10. Linda, tell them again what the Hearts is offering.
For a donation of $10 or more, they'll send you a CD, a DVD, a necklace and an earring set, and a ring.
And that DVD is off the National Quartet Convention. And man, you couldn't beat that $10. The DVD cost you more than that if you went to purchase it. And man, they offering a good deal. They're trying to help keep this program going, and we appreciate that. And Lady Presley gonna come on and say her words for tonight.
Okay, we've got a few more minutes. And we thank everyone for joining in tonight and listening to this great Southern gospel music, and pray that you'll receive a blessing out of it, or have received a blessing. So we're going to get on and play 2 or 3 more songs.
And guess who we got coming up to sing? It's Ordained. and Ordained will be live, coming back again. They've been here before. Going to be live on March, I think it's the 27th. You don't want to miss that either. Here we go with Ordained.
God tells us in His Word He wants the whole world to be saved by kneeling underneath the precious blood that His Son gave. Advise your way to paradise when your time comes to leave. But before you go, you must visit Calvary. And it still takes the blood of Jesus to be saved. It covers saints of old, and it covers us today. Don't leave this world without it, 'cause it opens heaven's gate. It still takes the blood of Jesus to be saved. The Bible's never altered since each page was written down. It always taught that life flows in the blood of Christ the Lamb. Each drop is guaranteed to make your heart a willing slave. You rise up from your knees to find a new man's on the way. We read how in the last days false prophets will be heard. They'll tell that times have changed the truth. They have forgot God's word. They say you'll go to heaven, sign your name, that's all it takes. You better
And they will be here live,
takes the blood
March the
to be
27th.
saved. And it still takes the blood of Jesus to be saved. It covers saints of old, and it covers us today. Don't leave this world without it, 'cause it opens heaven's gate. It still takes the blood of Jesus to be saved. Well, it still takes the blood. It still takes the blood. It still takes the blood to be saved.
And we got the Cokers coming up next, and they'll be here about the 15th with Ray Williford.
I used to be a beggar. I had no silver or gold. My house was just a cabin. My clothes were ragged and old. But one day I
15th live on this program. Also, Ray Wolford will be with them, and we'll get a double portion that night. And we got coming up next to sing is Brenda Ditney. Now, Brenda Ditney has been right here in her home. She's been on this program 2 or 3 times, all the way from out of Arkansas. And she had the second generation back years ago. For that, they sung as the Singing Greens. Then they had to change it to the second generation because there was another Greens started that they had to quit the Singing Greens out for a while. Then they started back. They called herself the second generation. She's been on the National Quartet Convention on the main stage a few times. And now she is a soloist. And I probably have known Brenda longer than anyone out there on Facebook. I probably know her longer than anyone. I've known her for 11 or 12 years. And she's a great person. She's a great singer. She got a new CD just come off the press. If you hadn't got a copy of it, you need to message her. She's on Facebook and get that CD. And here's one of the songs that's on that CD, and we're going to hear it right now. Brenda Ditney.
Hey, Alan.
What, Linda?
It's the 20th
The 20th of what?
March that Dennis is supposed to be here.
Oh, the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go with Brenda Ditney singing this great song. Take a listen. You can hear this on Facebook. I've got it on Facebook, on SoundCloud.
God's people were in bondage. He said, let my people know. When I get through with Pharaoh, it'll be time for them to go. Put blood up on the doorposts and wait for morning lights. They didn't die from imperfections without blood. They
Get that
died that
CD
night.
now.
He's not looking for perfection. It's the blood he's looking for. The difference between life and death is the blood upon the door. When Satan comes to steal and kill, comes in like the flood. God's not looking for perfection. He's looking for the blood. The precious blood of Jesus, it washes white as snow. And though I am not perfect, there is one thing that I know. When I stand before the judgment and he looks upon my face, he'll not see my imperfections, just God's amazing grace. He's not looking for perfection, it's the blood he's looking for. The difference between life and death is the blood upon the door. When Satan comes to steal and kill, comes in like a flood. God's not looking for perfection, he's looking for the blood. He's not looking for perfection, it's the blood he's looking for. The difference between life and death is the blood upon the door. When Satan comes to steal and kill, comes in like a flood. God's not looking for perfection, he's looking for the blood. God's not looking for perfection, he's looking for the blood of Jesus, for the blood that heals us, for the blood that frees us, for the blood.
Here's the Duncan Boys from down in Tampa, Florida.
Well, everybody is talking about something you can hear as the crowd passes by. Some will talk about their wealth and their riches, others talk of their trouble and strife. I don't know how to talk to a rich man when compared I'm a beggar, no doubt. But if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about.
Well, if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about. About the kind that would make you love your neighbor when old Satan would say, turn him out. About the kind that would comfort you in sorrow and never fail to make you shout. And if you're talking about that old time then I know what you're talking about. I like to talk about the time Jesus saved me when my poor soul was sinking in sin. I like to talk about the time He has kept me through the shadows, through the storm, through the rain. I like to talk about the time of His coming, when I'll see His sweet face in the clouds. And if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about.
Well, if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about. About the kind that will make you love your neighbor, when old Satan will say, turn him out. About the kind that will comfort you in sorrow and never fail to make you shout. And if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about. Well, if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about. About the kind that will make you love your neighbor, when old Satan will say, turn him out. About the kind that will comfort you in sorrow and never fail to make you shout. Well, if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about. And if you're talking about that old time religion, then I know what you're talking about.
And folks, you have Alan Presley's promotion program for this Tuesday night. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow night for some more great Southern gospel music. Please share our program tonight and start watch parties, whatever it takes to try to get the people to give their heart and life to God. Do that. And we have a good time tonight. And don't forget, Friday night, Rick Rohr of Blood Bought Gospel Singers will be our guest on our program. We've been trying to get him a long time. Finally, we got him. And he'll be our guest and call in Friday night. And we're going to get out of here and say good night. God bless you. And may we all take a liking unto that great God who loved us so much that He sent Jesus to die in our place. That should have been you and I. But He took our place that we can have life and have it more abundantly. We're going to say good night. God bless you. And we'll see you later. Lady Presley, you got anything to say?
Good night.
We'll see you later. Please share our program, folks. Whatever it takes
Good
to
night.
get to the people. Let's do it. It's the only thing that's going to save this world.
Good night, Tig.
Good night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night, Tig.
Who?
Tig.
Ty Kilgore?
Yeah.
Hey, I need to get him on my program. Do you hear that? Catch you later. Have a good night. Bye, Ty.